session, and then you keep that one set for final practice that we'll see later on. And the rookies were impressive last week, but this guy's been great out of the gates in 2020, Ryan Sieg.
What a performance he had at Vegas, and it had to feel so good for that team to step up and back up that Vegas run with another great race in California. I love this group. Kevin Cowboy Starlin leading the show, Big Mike on board, Ryan Sieg, Rod, his father. They do so much work and try so hard to get their truck, their car. They park the trucks in the garage area out via points. And they want to have their truck up in the middle of all the big teams, and I'll be darned, that's where they're at.
But I've just seen a difference in the way he walks through the garage. Not that he ever lacked confidence, but there is no doubt when you put up the numbers they have put up 3 consecutive weeks at 3 different types of racetracks, it's going to infuse some confidence, not just in you, but everybody around you.
It certainly does. And being able to have your truck parked and your car in the garage area alongside winning teams, week in and week out, the guys that win not only in the Xfinity Series, but also up in the Cup Series, those organizations, they're represented here. And when you park beside them, I talked to a couple of the crew guys on Ryan's car, and he said, we're just seeing things differently this year. We see what these teams do, how they operate, and it's helping us.
Here's Ross Chastain, double duty this weekend. Once again, will drive that 6 car, filling in for Ryan Newman. Did you see Newman's here this weekend?
Yeah, it's great to see his smiling face.
What do you have for us, Jamie?
Ryan Sieg, you just can't talk enough about this team. He's in the garage right now just finishing some changes before they roll out as he's about to back out of the garage now. And we've got trouble on the track in the 52, guys. Looks like maybe an engine issue.
And that's the 52 that Jimmy make his first ever start on the Xfinity side tomorrow. He's a 19-year-old out of Colorado. We'll update that when we continue live from Phoenix.
A little bit earlier about Noah Gragson, some of the issues that he's had earlier this season. You know, I talked with his crew chief, Dave Ellens, before practice today, and I said, how would you characterize these first 3 races? He said, awful. And I said, well, wait a minute, you've got a win, a 4th place finish, and then 26th last week in Auto Club. He said, no, we've been awful. We haven't had the speed. Of course, everybody wants more speed. But he said, we just haven't been able to find the balance. We've been too free, and he said, we've got a long way to go in every area. Pretty strict assessment, I think, of this 9 car so far through 3 weeks, Jamie.
Well, Vince, one team and one driver who's had the speed and the balance is the 39 right now, Ryan Sieg. He's 3rd on the board. He's finished top 4 the last 2 races on the season. He finished 10th here a year ago as well, so I've been listening to his radio, and he's been talking, there's Cowboy talking to his driver, making it better, basically too free on throttle, just needs to roll the center a little bit more. But they brought it in and out 3 times so far, making adjustments, but another good showing so far here at Phoenix.
And he had never recorded back-to-back top 5s in his career. So, you know, it's one thing for a team like that, Jamie, to do it, you know, once or twice over the balance of a season, but to do it back-to-back is incredible for a race team like that. And if you survey the garage, they will tell you some teams in here have overachieved. That's not the case for the 39. They truly have speed, and they're going to be a player as we go throughout the season.
And this is another guy.
To Jamie Little.
And Ryan Sieg, 3rd on the board. We talked about this guy, this team. It's no fluke. You guys have the speed and the balance week in and week out. But, Ryan, when you come to a track like this, how long does it take for you to realize if you have a good car in the ballpark?
The guys came with the great CMRroofing.com Chevrolet this weekend, but I was unsure. You know what I mean? The tires are changed a little bit, and we were just okay last fall. But they've unloaded with decent speed, and it's exciting to get out there and know to have speed, and just can't thank Steve and Brian at CMR Roofing for all that they do for our team, and we're still plugging away at it, just getting a little bit better here, and we should be pretty good by the next 30 minutes or so.
All right, good luck. Keep it going. Adam?
So another one of those drivers that had a penalty has to sit out the final.
Accident for Hemrick. He got loose. But that's the first cars we've seen kind of creeping up toward the darker part of the track, and that's that traction compound that NASCAR has worked closely with the drivers, getting their input, the track, to make sure that they put that compound down where it's usable. You mentioned it earlier in the fall last year. They felt like it was a little too high to really be an advantage to get up there in it. We saw some guys making some good runs up there, Vince, last fall, but this year it looks like it's a lot more usable.
Well, that's for sure. And how about the performance that Ryan Sieg has put forth this season? He and Harrison Burton, the only 2 drivers to be top 10 in all 3 races this season. And third and fourth the last 2 weeks out for Ryan Sieg. Very close here in this final practice. They've got 30-plus laps on their tires that have gone through, I think now would be their 6th heat cycle. And he saw a swing in the last set of laps where it swung loose on the exit. So they come in, made a change because they had really liked the car previous to that last change. So they're in the right neighborhood. They're just trying to find the right house.
And that team is happy to be at the end of the West Coast swing, because speaking of finding the right house, they've stayed out here. They get to go home after tomorrow. Good job, Adam.
Thanks, Dustin. Vince?
One of the great stories in the Xfinity Series this season has been the performance of Ryan Sieg. 3 top 10s out of the gate, including back-to-back top 5s. How do you put in perspective what this team has done this season?
Oh, yeah, it's been fun so far this year. Just the guys have brought really fast cars all year, and that was unexpected here at Phoenix, and we unloaded, and we were 3rd and 6th on the board. So just they've done their work, and we've come and got some momentum. And glad to have the greatest sponsor in the garage, CMR Roofing, and Cowboy in the box, and just everybody that helps on our RSS team.
A lot of people pulling for this 39, Adam.
Easy to root for that group of individuals who's done such an outstanding job, as Vince pointed out, in the early portion.
There, can you believe that, Adam?
I thought front row,
Yeah.
and he stays in that 5th spot. It's unbelievable.
Well, he's a 27 flat, and a 27.96 is second, so that tells you how close things are up front. This car had top 5 speeds in both practices yesterday. Talked to him down on the grid. Ryan Sieg, family-owned team, RSS Racing. Like you said earlier, a lot of good people on that team. It's fun to cheer for them.
28 cars have been out in qualifying, 39 here this weekend. 3 will go home. First lap for Ryan Sieg, 8th. I would say he wants a nice pickup here on lap number 2, and most have been getting that. We'll see where he lands.
I think that's a solid lap. Nice exit to turn 2. It's cool to see CMR Roofing and construction on that car week in and week out. They stepped up to sponsor this team, and boy, they've really produced. Has Cowboy Starlin, the crew chief, Rod Sieg, the dad, owner. Good job.
A little faster on lap number 2 for Ryan Sieg, 27.14. 9 cars remain in qualifying here at Phoenix. Leads the way. He'll take the outside lane. Sieg, Brown, Josh Williams, Alex LeBay, the other drivers up there. First one on fresh tires. Noah Gregson, here we go.
And this is about to get crazy. Got a lot of cars that haven't been up there on old tires, some cars with new tires, 2 to go. Woo!
Kyle Busch way down on the apron. Look at him coming down there.
Three wide in different places as they come down the back straightaway. 1 lap to go in the stage as they hit the start-finish line. Track position playing huge dividends for Ross Chastain, but don't write off Noah Gregson. Here comes that 9 car.
And this is where it's so key for Ross Chastain to have a good start to get ahead. But look how much faster the 9 of Noah Gregson is on tires. All those cars on tires are right behind him.
Lap without the power steering was a handful, but they think they've got it taken care of. Jamie?
Another solid run for Ryan Sieg. I love listening to the communication on this team. Ryan just saying he needs a little bit of help, needs more grip, as they're all saying, but they are going to make, you saw it there, a wedge adjustment. They made a track bar adjustment as well, 4 tires and an air pressure adjustment, thinking ahead to get him to the end.
By the way, Ross Chastain did go 1 lap down some